building was great. It had character. I like the steps.
It was pretty unique. I think the biggest thing I liked about Central was the fact that, there were so many people I know, kids that I knew. Parents had gone there, grandparents had gone there. And so it was kind of old and kind of, I don't know, it was kind of more homey, I guess you'd call it.
I'm glad I'm not going to school now because I don't think I could take climbing those 4 flights of stairs anymore.
First time I entered and realized I was in the long, dark halls with many, many lockers.
Standing in the hallways talking to everybody is what I liked, I think.
All the rooms to me looked alike. Every single room except the chemistry room looked alike.
The first thing that comes to mind is probably the wind tunnel. We had a lot of fun at Central, dances and all that type of activities, but I think a lot of it culminated in everybody going down the wind tunnel. And
I enjoyed the wind tunnel.
I don't know, I like the wind tunnel because that just seemed like where we just kind of hung out and had a good time.
Other sports and other gyms with their rafters and how small it was, and when I visited back years later to see how small it really was, I don't know how we did it. I don't know how we played sports in there.
What I remember of the cafeteria is it was so crowded in there, and the cafeteria that you hardly get a seat in there. And then there's always upperclassmen in that cafeteria besides us, so we were always kind of the last ones to get the seats.
Oh, the lunchroom was unique. You could, there was some wild food fights down there occasionally. It was total chaos. The food was experimental because we had MATC cooking a lot, so you never quite knew what you were going to get. You'd look at it and you'd say, do I really want to eat that? Or you'd bring your own lunch if you weren't quite that brave.
Going swimming at the YMCA and had to go up like 4 flights of steps to geometry afterwards, and you walk from the YMCA in this freezing weather, and your hair is just icicles.
Well, there was a big group of them, probably about 15, 20 of them. Just a whole big conglomerate. We used to call ourselves SBI, after Sweet Blindness Incorporated, a song back then.
And I remember the good times, the Friday night football games at Bree Stevens Field. My most favorite memory is way back in 7th, 8th, maybe 9th grade, when we had the dances during the lunch hour in the boys' gym. That was great. Who was dancing with who and how close they were dancing, all that kind of good stuff.
Just watch everybody dance and have a good time in the gym, but Mr. Harris would make sure that everything would be very well under control, because he would walk around the gym with his arms folded like this, and you could hear the cleats as he'd walk on the gym floor, and then everything was just all fine and dandy.
Brownie came out and ran around the gym in his jack, and we were afraid Boomer was going to come out and catch him. And you know what Boomer would have done?
Well, I don't know if I want to do too much explaining unless the statute of limitations has taken over, but we did accidentally let loose 7 or 8 pigeons in the auditorium, and